field for their first night as man and wife, Olivia thought in dismay. Please no. She had packed a cream, lacy negligee for the occasion, and could only imagine the grass stains. "Oh, Olivia," her mother had always sighed, "what will we do with you?" If her mum and sisters could see her now, standing at the roadside by the broken-down car, they would exchange knowing looks in that irritating way of theirs. "Oh, Olivia, why do these things always happen to you? We should have known." She was just wondering if it would be very forward of her to take off the too tight garter she'd borrowed from her cousin, when there came the sound of a car approaching. Without hesitating, she stepped into the road and waved frantically. "Stop!" Oh dear, what's happened here then?" A tall, florid-faced man swung himself out of a dark blue Ford Cortina, just like the one from the Sweeney, and Olivia almost swooned in relief. His eyes twinkled with amusement as he looked at her in her wedding finery, ringlets collapsing in the heat. "Can I give you two lovebirds a lift anywhere?" Thank goodness for unexpected blue Cortinas and the kindness of strangers. In this case, the kindness of Jed McGarry. He wasn't able to fix the car, but he offered them transport and a night at his brother's place if they needed it. "He's got a B&B not far from here," he told them, "and we can send one of the lads over with the toolbox first thing tomorrow. Between us, we'll have you back on the road, all right?" Alec glanced down at the engine again, and then at his watch, clearly weighing up the best option. Olivia didn't hesitate, though. She was not spending her wedding night sleeping in a field or their broken-down car, and that was that. "Thank you," she said quickly. "That would be lovely." Jed McGarry drove for about 20 minutes, and then they rounded a bend and were startled by the sight of the headland and the sea beyond, a muted blue expanse stretching far out to the horizon. The sea! Olivia's spirits lifted immediately, and she glanced over at Alec, who was smiling too. He reached across the back seat and took her hand in his large, square-ended fingers folding around her small white ones. She felt a throb of excitement at his touch, and at the whole unanticipated situation of being jolted around on the slippery vinyl back seat of a stranger's car, heading who knew where with her gorgeous new husband. Maybe this was what life had in store for her as Alec Tarrant's wife. One surprising adventure after another. The thought was not displeasing. In the 8 hours that she'd been Mrs. Tarrant, nobody had dared say, "Oh, Olivia," at her in that wearily despairing sort of way. This was definitely progress. 2 minutes later, they were pulling up in front of a generous-sized cottage, painted a soft barley colour, with a thatched roof and a poppy scarlet front door, above which a scallop shell had been carved into the centre of the stone lintel. Behind the house, you could see a flower-filled garden, which looked very much as if it might lead straight onto sand dunes, and then a pale curving beach in the distance. "Here we go, Shell Cottage," said Jed. "Now, let's just hope Sam's got room for a couple of newlyweds, eh?" There were seagulls dipping and wheeling above their heads, the mingled scents of cut hay, sweet peas, and a briny sea tang in the air, and a soft breeze that tickled the back of Olivia's hot neck as she made her way out of the car. "This is lovely," she whispered to Alec, feeling shy all of a sudden as a man emerged around the side of the house with a wheelbarrow and raised his eyebrows at the sight of the bride and groom. Alec took her hand and squeezed. "What did I tell you? An adventure, not a problem. Stick with me."